chapter 12, verse 1, as it says, as thousands of people crowd around Jesus and were stepping on each other, he told his disciples, be sure to guard against the dishonest teaching of the Pharisees. It is their way of fooling people. Everything that is hidden will be found out, and every secret will be known. Okay? Whatever you say in the dark will be heard when it is day. Whatever you whisper in a closed room will be shouted from the housetop. Okay? So all of the information and knowledge that these European devils try to hide, all of this shit will come to the forefront. I don't give a damn how many books they burn up. I don't care how many different museums these people put out. Everything these white devils put out will be destroyed. Everything. That's why they're being fucking killed by these Arabs. And I told you in terms of Obama, that house Negro up in there, I told you that with him, he has his own agenda, but he's in there to help support white power, white supremacy. We're going to read warning again. Check it out in your own Bible. Luke chapter 1. Chapter 12. I'm sorry, chapter 12, verse 1. This is a hell of a quote. I got to read it again to you, family. As thousands of people crowd around Jesus and were stepping on each other, he told his disciples, be sure to guard against the dishonest teaching of the Pharisees. It is their way of fooling people. Everything that is hidden will be found out. So all you hide will come out, and every secret will be known. Whatever you say in the dark will be heard when it is day. Whatever you whisper in the closed room will be shouted from the housetop. Then check this out. In the book of Luke chapter 12, verse 4, right, when it says, my friends, don't be afraid of people. They can kill you. But after that, there's nothing else they can do. God is the one you must fear. Not only can he take your life, but he can throw you into hell. It says God is certainly the one you should fear. Then it says five sparrows are sold for just 2 pennies. But God does not forget a one of them. He don't forget one of them. Even the hairs on your head are counted. So don't be afraid. You are worth much more than many sparrows. Okay? So when you look into all of that, that's one thing that it talks about. But at the same time, it talks about these Europeans being killed and destroyed. That's the point I'm making. Okay. Now as we look into let me see. I know we read Luke. We read the warning. All right. Let's check out Luke chapter 12, verse 49. So we can go to verse 49, see what's jumping off there. All right, where it talks about not peace, but trouble. Okay? That's why in this country and whatnot, the Europeans, they're trying to promote peace and multiculturalism and all this different things because this is the system of the white man. And what he does is they promote peace after they've destroyed and enslaved and killed everybody. They actually promote peace and love and all that because they know you systematically want to destroy all of them. White people, you want to kill them. And you would be justified as doing that. And I don't care if that's written in the Bible or the Quran. I mean every word I say today, ladies and gentlemen. The European, Rome, Europe, all of it must be destroyed. And they're being destroyed right now. And they will continue to keep destroyed. You just look at Arizona, for an example. See what what's the guy, Tucson, he killed all those crackers up in there. They killing each other. That's a good thing. You know, a lot of black people say, well, you shouldn't say white people get. It's good. They like it when you kill each other. You Negroes out there, house Negroes out there, and gangbangers, when you kill each other, you see the white man, he ain't crying. He ain't never crying. He don't, shit. If they can have it their way, they want us all off this planet. But that's not what happened because he ain't the original God. He's a devil, the cave dog. You know, that's why I told you with white folks, in terms of those bastards, everything that they say about us, that's actually what they are. Okay? So you remember all that. So with Tucson, all those placards down there, they even shot that little white cave dog. Shot her ass too. No love. It's war. Right. You in a period time of the gods of war. So you Negroes ain't going to be playing any more games. Either you going to live as a righteous black God or you going to die. I'm telling all you Negroes this shit right now. You ain't going to be playing games, running around this country and whatnot, the false doctoring and the white man's Christ and Egypt. The hell with all that. You're going to take control of your spirituality. You're going to search for truth and knowledge. You're going to stop letting all these other people tell you whatever the hell they want to tell you. You understand? Right. And you allow this European, a white man, you allow him to shut your mouth and tell you what you can say. The hell with those devils. Shit. I don't give a shit about what they say. They'll tell me nothing. You see? They sit there, that's why we're two sides. The same thing how white folks are afraid to hire you black niggers out there, the conservatives now, the conservative white folk. Because the gentleman out there in Connecticut, Omar Thornton, it brings me to him, with Omar Thornton and whatnot, he said that the white people were racist on the job, which all of them are. I don't give a shit what the hell anybody else say. I don't care. This is a good one. All them devils. Honorable Elijah Muhammad already told you that. You know a man's face is like you knowing a dog, and you're going to go over there and fuck with the damn dog, knowing that it's a devil. It's evil. That's what devil means. It means evil. Right? You understand? It means not good. So now that you're here with the Europeans, we are acting like him and his rage, and now we can't deal with it. Now after they put their shit on us, now we are actually their creation, what they created. So what he's seeing now to the white man, he says, I need homeland security. I need this. The gangs want to kill me. The Muslims want to kill me. Right. Yeah, you fucking white bastard, because you started all this shit. But you started all this. So now we're going to finish it. You see? But start all that. So, you have other niggas and whatnot. You want to be, you want to be conservative. You want to be nice. The hell with all of that. You should be getting ready to whoop these people's ass and throw down. I don't care about all that. I'm a warrior. So I don't give a shit about what the black Christian community is saying. Or, you only want to talk about, you only want to talk about education and all this other different stuff and how we're supposed to love one another and all that. You got a lot of black women talking about, I got to train my boy on how to be a black. Train your son on manhood training, but make sure you train your son to be strong enough to deal with the white man and these fucking house Negroes out here. And you black niggas, you're going to burn in hell for selling out your people. You understand? Right. I don't give a shit. And as a people, we need to start building our own instruments of punishment. Not the white man. He shouldn't be the police officer. He shouldn't be the judge. We should be the judge. But we are the ones that judge black people. We're the ones that makes the call if what you're doing is right or wrong. We should become the judge. When the hell is white man? When did he become the judge of anything? Why do we even listen to what he has to say? He's a big, stupid white liar. All over. That you're the greatest gift. These deadly people from France, England, and Spain and Europe, these criminal people, these deadly people, these people where whatever continent they went on, they destroyed and enslaved the people that they went with. Like I always keep beating the horn about the NAACP and the Urban League and those other house Negroes up there. I keep beating the horn on every show that we talk on. I keep telling you, how are they going to go up there and how are you going to try to make a deal with white folks, with white Americans? How are you going to make a deal with these folks? Talk about there's going to be some kind of equality. Equality with what? You talking about having peace and being friends with who? With a slave master? That's what these white American people are. I don't give a shit where they are. England, well, that's what they are, slave masters. And that's the relationship of white folk. And you still hear, what positions you Negroes got? Well, what positions you have here? You still here making money for white folk. You still work for the corporation for white folk. You understand? And you break your neck every single day to give money to white folk, because that's the name of the American game, to give every goddamn dime you got to the white folk. Right. You understand? That's the game. And the education, the European that they're giving you whatnot is forever going to make you a slave and servant to white folk in one way or another. You understand? And what you had a house Negro up there in the presidency office, but what change has it had? I told you, the more Negroes you put in power in different offices, the worse the conditions get in America for us. I don't give a damn how many Negro politicians and all that they put there. And they trick you black folks to make you think that they represent your interests. You got to keep in mind that all those Negroes and white devils you see on television, they're government agents. They're not here to give you any kind of truth. You better believe that. You get killed for the truth. You want to talk about some truth, and you know when it's true. Even if you don't want to hear it, I know black folk that you know because your soul tells you it's the truth. You can feel that shit in your heart when something's true. You know what I'm saying? You can have 16 books and all those other things, but somebody can come just say a little bit. They can not even have the most education, but you can feel in your soul if it's true. You think these white folks don't understand this country? You think these people have not created the system of your hell? You're out of your mind. Christian man comes out, white man, Christian devil, comes out and says that there's a heaven outside of the earth. Where's the heaven at? I see hell everywhere I go. So that means that heaven and hell is a state of mind of man and woman. You have the ability to create your own heaven, and you have the ability to create your own hell. So one man's hell is another man's heaven. One woman's heaven is another woman's hell. So white folk, the white people, their heaven is actually our hell, and our heaven is their hell. The European wasn't able to use you as a slave and work here and make money off you. That would be hell for him. If he was not able to lock you up from the drugs that he put in your community with the guns, that would be hell for him. So think about that concept, about the white man's hell being the black man's, actually the white man's hell being the black man's heaven, and the black man's heaven becoming the white man's hell. You don't believe it? Start getting knowledge itself and truth. Break out of these European systems of way of things. You understand? Break out of their way of things and watch you see they suffer in hell. Same thing with the science of the whole sun when it was burned up, most of those crackers over there in Africa. To the white man, it was hell to his psyche. Like when he came in, that fucking sun was so hot, he had to get his ass out of there. They don't got no melanin, so the sun burned those damn crackers up. Burn them up. Torch them up. Fire them up. Burn them up. Your families, okay? So burn. So the fire nature of the sun is burning these devils up all over. You know, they say the Muslims over in Iran that receive most of their military weapons from these European devils here, United States government. The United States government is a mafia criminal government, by the way. The government here don't do nothing but exploit the people and destroy people. And we're going to sit here, and we got some nerve to sit back, and you want to talk about self-love. How you going to have self-love in the colonial murderer country? With all your presidents and so-called prophets and important men of this country, from King George to James to Washington on up, Lincoln, I don't give a damn, Truman, all of them were slave masters and murderers. How are we going to sit back and pledge allegiance to the Republic? The Republic should be destroyed in this country. So should the Democrats. Right. All of you bastards should be destroyed. How are you going to sit back and honor anything? Why should we be happy about this? Instead, they tell you to be happy for all of this and whatnot. Let me ask you something. How come most of you Christian Negroes out there who actually pray to a Christ or God, how come most of your children and all of you Negroes who don't see color, who don't see race, who says that God loves us all the same, how come most of your children are locked up in the jails and your daughters are tricking out here in these black streets in the Christian community? How come that? If God, you say that if God, let me reason with you black folks. Hear me out here. If God is no respecter of people, then how come you have people being destroyed each and every day in these earths? Is God doing that? Or is man doing that? That's the white man doing that. That's it. So that's why I told you he's the seller of death, and now he's being destroyed with his own element. Just like when Malcolm X said about President Kennedy that the chicken's coming home to roost. The white man's poison and seeds of hatred and war is coming back to kill his own family and children, and that's good for him. Because since he has put out things to kill us purposely, now we must destroy him completely, the European. And most of you other Negroes out there, you are afraid to stand up against this white man. You want to just stand against the Negro, but you don't want to stand up against this European. I know that's what it is. That's why you motherfuckers read 200 books, not to say that this white man's the devil.